Donald Trump just finished up a disastrous press conference in the Oval Office. At the same time, he was crashing our markets. Donald Trump, during this press conference, talked about pulling the United States potentially out of NATO. He didn't use those exact words, but judge for yourself here when Donald Trump was asked if he thinks that NATO would help the United States if the United States was attacked. Let's play it.
And, the biggest problem I have with NATO, I really, I know the guys very well. They're friends of mine. But if the United States was in trouble and we called them, we said, we got a problem. France, we got a problem. A couple of others I won't mention. Do you think they're going to come and protect us? They're supposed to. I'm not so sure. So with Japan, we have a deal, which is a very interesting one. And I love Japan.
Yeah, quite literally, NATO has very recently come to the defense of the United States. And that just gives you that Donald Trump's perspective of the world is perfectly aligned with Vladimir Putin's, our enemies. And that's why Donald Trump wants us to join the axis of evil and has already pulled us into it with Putin, North Korea, Belarus, and Hungary. Here, Donald Trump is asked by Peter Doocy if he's considering changes to NATO or not helping out NATO. Watch his response. Let's play it.
Making any changes to NATO where a NATO country gets attacked, but they're not paid enough dues, so the United States doesn't defend them?
Well, I've said that to them. I said, if you're not going to pay, we're not going to defend. I said that 7 years ago. And because of that, they paid hundreds of billions of dollars. I said, if you're not going to pay your bills, we're not going to defend you. And it also went for the attack. But if they got attacked, they said, well, does that mean you won't defend us? I said, are you current or are you delinquent? They said, if we were delinquent, would you? I said, nope, I would not.
He's asked again, and just to make the point very clear, here's what he says.
Are you going to make that policy, U.S. policy, that the U.S. wouldn't defend NATO countries that don't pay?
Well, I think it's common sense, right? If they don't pay, I'm not going to defend them. No, I'm not going to defend them. I got into a lot of heat when I said that. You said, oh, he's violating NATO. And, the biggest problem I have with NATO, I really, I know the guys very well. They're friends of mine. But if the United States was in trouble, and we called them, we said, we got a problem. France, we got a problem. A couple of others I won't mention. Do you think they're going to come and protect us? They're supposed to. I'm not so sure. So
then Donald Trump talks about short-term disruptions, meaning inflation surging. But Donald Trump says this is perfectly normal and farmers will be very happy about all of this inflation. Here, play this clip.
The first administration, and I think we'll do even better now. But this is something that we have to do. There'll always be a little short-term interruption. I don't think it's going to be big, but the countries and companies that have been ripping us aren't particularly happy with what I'm doing. But the United States will be very happy. And, our farmers are going to be very happy. And again, there'll be disruption. But in the end, I said it before with China, we signed an unbelievable deal with China, $50 billion in purchases, and we're doing great.
Let's just be very clear. Donald Trump said that on day one, prices would come down. They were coming down anyway. Under former President Biden, inflation was going to hit about 2%, which was the target by the Federal Reserve. But now there are other targets by the Federal Reserve, like targets involving recessions. Indeed, the Atlanta Federal Reserve said that the United States Q1 GDP is likely to be negative 2.8 to potentially negative 3% GDP. Again, meaning we're heading into recession, great recession, and even potentially depression territory. But Trump saying, just have fun, everybody. Here, Donald Trump is asked about removing the tariffs temporarily on auto regarding Canada and Mexico, but then he also removed other tariffs when he backed down. But Trump says, I'm super serious this time. April 2nd, it's really going to happen. We're going to put those tariffs back April 2nd. Here, play this clip.
Talking about, I know yesterday you spoke with the big three. Did you tell them that no more exemptions were on the way? And what was the reaction?
I told them, that's it. This was a short-term deal. And they came back to me yesterday. They said, could we have some help on the tariffs because of the speed? And I said, look, I'm going to do it, but that's it. Don't come back to me after the 2nd, April 2nd. I don't want to hear from you after April 2nd. We're not going to be doing it anymore. I want to help them.
What was their response?
They didn't complain, but I helped them short term during this short term transition. April 2nd is going to be a very big day for America.
It's just yo-yo chaos with Donald Trump. I mean, how many times has he said, there's going to be tariffs, I reverse it. There's going to be tariffs, I reverse it. There's going to be tariffs, I reverse it. He's causing havoc to our economy just based on that. And he's declaring economic warfare, if not outright warfare, on our allies. Here in an unusual move, Fox cuts away from Trump as he's taking questions from reporters. Notably, the questions that followed were those ones you heard Ducey ask about withdrawing from NATO. Here, play this clip.
And if they can cut, it's better. And if they don't cut, then Elon will do the cutting.
So, Mr. President, is that a reflection that you think DOGE and Elon Musk have been moving too quickly?
There you have President Trump answering questions moments ago in the Oval Office. Talked a lot about the hostages, meeting with them yesterday. Talked a little bit about DOGE. He met with some members of DOGE.
Then, in perfect Kim Jong-un fashion, Donald Trump signs an executive order saying that he's great for women. Yes, Donald Trump, who's been found liable for sexual assault, who has bragged about grabbing women by their genitals, sexually assaulting them with, and then Donald Trump, who has been friends with Epstein before. Yes, he's saying that he's great for women, and he signs a declaration proclaiming him great for women. Watch this.
Two very special proclamations, the first of which is a proclamation that proclaims March 2025 as Women's History Month in honor of all the wonderful women in your administration, all the wonderful women in America, and in honor of everything you've done for women and this administration has done for women in just, a month and a half? So
Yeah, we've done a lot. And women have done a lot for us, right? This is an honor. We have a wonderful woman here, Maria Bartiromo.
Thank you so much.
Nice to have you, Maria.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, and thanks for all that you're doing for women.
Thank you. She's going to do an interview of me later. Maybe I shouldn't do this interview. I should be like Biden, not do any interviews.
Then Donald Trump says the following about his cabinet members, that he and Elon will be watching them closely. Play this clip.
We want them to keep the good people. And so we're going to be watching them, and Elon and the group are going to be watching them. And if they can cut, it's better. And if they don't cut, then Elon will do the cutting.
So, Mr. President.
Then Donald Trump says that Elon and DOGE have not been moving too quickly. He actually would want to see them move quicker in their termination of federal employees, getting rid of veterans, cutting Social Security, gutting critical infrastructure. Play this clip.
Mr. President, is that a reflection that you think DOGE and Elon Musk have been moving too quickly?
No, I think they've done an amazing job. They've done an amazing job, and look at what they found. I read it the other night in the speech. I mean, they found these things where billions of dollars has been poured down the drain to things. That's not about people. That's about contracts where billions and billions of dollars was just thrown out the window. It probably got kickbacks. I'm sure.
Then Donald Trump suggests that the two stranded astronauts in space might fall in love. Here, play this clip.
I'm sure that they will see this in space. What is your message?
We love you, and we're coming up to get you, and you shouldn't have been up there so long. The most incompetent president in our history has allowed that to happen to you. But this president won't let it happen. We're going to get them out. We're coming up to get you. I've authorized Elon. I said, can you get them out? Because, they've been left up there. I hope they like each other. But maybe they'll love each other. I don't know. But they've been left up there. Think of it. And I see the woman with the wild hair, good solid head of hair she's got. There's no kidding. There's no games with her hair. But, there's a danger up there too. They can have some failures up there that would be very bad. You got to get them out.
Again, while this was going on, the markets were absolutely tanking today once again. Other news that just came out as he was doing that press conference, the Congressional Budget Office says Congress can't cut the $880 billion the House budget calls for without taking hundreds of billions from Medicaid, which we told you they were cutting Medicaid. That's what they were absolutely doing. And then a federal judge moments ago just issued an order. Federal Judge Beryl Howell says the following in her order, ordering the reinstatement of National Labor Relations Board member Gwen Wilcox. She goes, a president who touts an image of himself as a king or a dictator, perhaps as his vision of effective leadership, fundamentally misapprehends the role of Article 2 of the Constitution. In our constitutional order, the president is tasked to be a conscientious custodian of the law, albeit an energetic one, to take care of effectuating his enumerated duties, including the laws enacted by Congress and interpreted by the judiciary. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 5 million subscribers.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.